it, go on to @version D, because that's my second channel, and that's where I do my lives and things. And it was fantastic. And out of that live, so many messages of people offering advice, offering help with forms, and explaining why I'm filling out the forms, explaining what the forms are, explaining what I'm allowed to do. And you know, the reality is, and I hope that what I've shown you across my chapters so far is, no matter what you do, dads, if you go into that family court system, once your child's taken out of your life, you just end up in a circle. And it don't matter who promises you what, you end up back at family court. The only way you can get your children back in your life is to be abused, to have them taken out of your life. Then you've got to go back in the system to be abused some more. I've tried to show you that if you try and involve police, they don't care. Social services, they don't care. I've shown you that parental rights mean nothing. I've shown you that bail conditions mean nothing. Let's look at bail conditions. My bail conditions were normal child contact. I was guaranteed by the police on the 15th of April 2022, the allegation has nothing to do with your son and you have normal child contact. 6 months later, I still haven't spoke to my son, blocked by the mother. They then say they can't force her to do anything. And now we've learnt that bail conditions are applied by the police, but they can't be enforced by the police. In other words, they can only be enforced if the father breaks them, because we get arrested. But if the mother ignores the bail condition, no one cares. We've learned parental rights don't exist for fathers. Look at my son. He was removed from school without my knowledge, totally illegal. No one cares. No one's ever mentioned it. He's been schooled 3 times without my knowledge, totally illegal, of course. I'm meant to know as a parental rights father on the birth certificate. No one cares. You almost go to court and say, sorry, my son's been removed from school without my... Yeah, well, you have to deal with it now, it's done. You know, someone said she could have moved out of the country. The point is, even if that's totally illegal, no one cares. It'll be like, well, it's done now, what are we going to do about it? That's where dads are put all the time. Anyway, the good news is, people, after that live, there's a couple of people helping me fill out the forms, telling me why I need to fill out forms, sitting with me to do the forms, which is amazing, because I hadn't had a clue. You know, I'm just a dad, always will be a dad, and I'm very appreciative for that. And then we do one step at a time. In other words, the next step forward is all about getting in contact with my son through the family courts, doing it correctly, one step at a time, and that is where you're taken to as a dad when you've had your child ripped out of your life and you ain't done anything wrong. That's the family court system for you. Anyway, onwards and upwards.
If you like Deano stories and you want more, and you've got stories of your own that you want told, get in contact and we can sort something out.